Hi, I'm Rachel Derstine, and I'm excited to be teaching at the Quilt Fest Virtual Schoolhouse 9 in November. It'll be on November 6th and 7th. I'm teaching two classes. The first one is called Mini Gems. The Mini Gems quilt class is going to be on Wednesday, November 6th from 12 to 3. It's just a short class, and we're going to make these little 8x10 pieces. The other class I'm going to teach is an all-day class. It's the next day, November 7th, from 12 to 6. And I'm excited about teaching this class. You can see the quilts behind me. They can be very complicated or they can be not so complicated. It is up to you. And if you are not comfortable designing your own free-form quilt like this, I have a pattern for this one right here. So let me tell you a little bit more about these two classes. The Mini Gems quilts are very small. They're maybe 8 by 10 inches or 11 by 14. They're little splashes of color you can put on your wall. You can mount them on canvas and you can frame them. This is a great way to use up your leftover scraps. Batiks work really well, and I like to use Misty Fuse to fuse the elements onto the background. Maybe you can find some artsy prints that you have in your stash, or some Asian brocade, silks. Maybe you have done some monoprinting or some screen printing. Find those little gems and bring them to class, and we'll figure out a way to use them. We will be using our rotary cutter to slice some long lines. You'll learn how to apply Misty Fuse to the back of your applique pieces, and then we will cut them out and fuse them to the background. If you are using silk, I will be teaching you how to do satin stitch to finish off the edges of your applique so that it doesn't fray. And also, if you want to be really wild and artsy, here's an example of one I did when I was learning about Kandinsky, and I imitated some of his style. We're going to have a great time in class, so I hope to see you there. The next class I'll be teaching is a full day class. It is called Twists and Curves. And it is a very free-form quilt, very vibrant. I like to use hand dyes. I like to use gradients and ombres. And then for the circles, I like to use batiks that coordinate with the colors I have in the background. For this class, I am actually providing a pattern for those who are not comfortable designing their own quilts. This is the quilt we'll be making in class, and you will choose 3 hand dyes or gradients for the background. We'll be tracing the pattern onto freezer paper, onto the shiny side, and numbering all the sections, and then we will be cutting out all these little sections. We'll be cutting the freezer paper first with our rotary cutter, and then ironing that onto the fabric, shiny side to the fabric, and it will temporarily stick, and then we can mark all our seams and strike lines. We'll stitch the long seams to make the background of this quilt, and then we'll do a little piecing of the circles and applique them to the quilt surface. I will also teach you how to couch yarn to the surface on a little sample piece that you will bring to class. That's a great way to add texture and definition to this quilt. So come prepared to have a very fun day learning some new skills. So I'm really excited to be teaching these virtual classes. They'll be available to anyone, anywhere. And I think the timing will be good for you to join me, even if you're on the West Coast, even if you're in another country. And so please come and join me, and I think we're going to have a great time.